My friends, I feel the need to raise my voice on behalf of all single and divorced single moms that are living within the state of Utah. As we come into the home stretch of one of the most craziest political elections that we've ever seen, one of the things that I have noticed is an absence of talking about single moms in poverty across our country. Here's why I feel that this issue needs to be brought to light. Aside from my personal experience with the welfare system, which was very short compared to so many women, um, I understand that there is a generational systemic cycle of poverty that begins when we put our mothers in a situation to not be able to provide for their families. Women are still predominantly raising children in this country. And when you are single without the support of a spouse, without the security and the safety of being able to raise your children in a construct that is healthy, when you yourself are in survival mode constantly, you are unable to thrive or think about anything else that would be healthy or beneficial for you and your family. Let me tell you a little bit about the poverty system, just in case you don't fully understand. In the state of Utah, for a family of 5 people, you can qualify for $1,700 of state assistance, and that is allocated to rent and to food stamps. Now, I know many of you have mortgages that are twice that cost. And I want you to think about what it would be like to cut your mortgage in half and try to raise an entire family on that amount of money, and try to figure out how to provide school fees, health care, any extracurricular opportunity that you want to give your child, how to provide for transportation needs, or the construct that doesn't allow you to make even $100 to $200 more than the $1,700 that you are receiving from the state. So what happens is that we have women who now are living on welfare, which is a stable, secure income, trying to find more sustainable work through minimum wage jobs, sometimes 2 and 3 of them, leaving their children in the care of potentially a stranger that they don't know very well for hardly any money, or with a family member. And all of these kind of scenarios enhance the ability for child abuse. This is just an issue that cascades into so many other social problems. So here you are, finally making it in 2 to 3 minimum wage jobs. You make $200 more than $1,700. So now you're at $1,900. And now the state says, oh, you're sustainable. And they pull the $1,700. And now you have to figure out how to not only sustain the $1,700, but to make up the additional $2,000 that you need just to survive. So what is the solution to this problem? Well, the problem is nuanced, and no one's going to argue that. What is the solution for women that are on welfare in divorce-driven poverty, that are bright, able to operate outside of divorce trauma in a space that they can provide for their family, and the only disadvantage to them is the fact that they have been out of the workforce, potentially never in a professional career path, for several years at a time? What can we do? Well, I want to raise a flashlight and shine it on Nate Randall of Gab and the Live Your Dream Foundation, founded by Katie Bunnell, because Nate has been the most empathetic, strongest voice out there advocating for employers in Utah to give single women an opportunity to provide for their families. And I just wanted to stop here and say thank you. Nate, I appreciate the boldness and the authenticity with which you call other businesses to action to hire mothers that have to provide for their children, so that we can stop this divorce-driven scenario of poverty. Thank you for that. Katie, thank you for helping women be able to have access to college so that they could elevate their professional space. You are loved and appreciated in the Utah community. Thank you to Trina Limpert and the Boulder Way Forward for raising, especially for Trina, funneling 600 women through her organization that have come out on the other side with tech certifications and, twice amplified their ability to be employed. Thank you to A Boulder Way Forward for raising issues across the board that impact women and children. So what can I do? Well, many of you know that I am passionate around the InPowered community and program that I am creating with my partner, Terry Lyman. And this is a very simple program. It is an 8-week program. We're working with one of the largest universities in the state to put it forward. And it is to create fluid skills for women who have potentially never been in the workforce, but find themselves potentially on welfare or close to that financial floor and have to make themselves presentable to employers. So what does that look like? It looks like fluid skills of Google Suite, Canva, all AI, the different ways that we can offer employers some fluid value. And matching that with the soft skills of being a stay-at-home CEO of a nonprofit for years and making that resume a valuable option for employers to look at. So what do we need to make this program succeed? We need employers that are willing to hire women through the InPowered program, giving them an opportunity to become tax-paying citizens again and take care of their families in a healthy, sustainable way. If you are interested in partnering in that capacity with an organization that is trying to move the needle forward in this way with passion and intention, I want to hear from you. Please join us and be part of this dialogue around taking care of the heart of our society, which is mothers. Thank you so much for listening to my PSA. I wish everybody an incredible weekend, and I hope to hear from each one of you.